Hey, what's up, guys? So I've had quite a few people actually comment on a video that I did a while ago that is about height increase. And some people even are looking to decrease their height. In any case, I have not personally, while I haven't personally done that myself, I know that there's a lot of people that have actually commented in that video below. So I would recommend maybe getting in touch with those people and seeing what they did. And then in addition to that, since I've been getting so many questions about that and requests on doing a guide on how to do this, I thought I would share today a post that I found called How to Manifest Physical Changes Effortlessly and Quickly. So without further ado, it is posted by Miss Quantum, and we are going to go through it right now. Today's post will be my practical guide on manifesting physical changes quickly and effortlessly. I proved the law to myself many years ago, and since then, I've created the most wonderful life for myself. SP, career, wealth, friendships, and relationships, experiences, you name it. I probably manifested it. At one point in my journey, however, came a time where I wanted to test just how far the law can take me. I decided I wanted to change the way I look. Over the past couple years, I've manifested complete transformation in my body shape, height increase, nose shape, and size, changes in my face structure, higher cheekbones, more defined jawline, new chin shape, plumper lips, health transformations, used to suffer from migraines, PCOS, insulin resistance, all of those are completely healed now. I love experimenting with the law. It's so fun to manifest physical improvements, and for many of you, these manifestations will seem too superficial, and that's okay. What I can say is vanity is my favorite sin. One of my most recent experiments involves my hair. Back in October, I decided I really wanted to cut my hair about 10 centimeters shorter. I love my super long hair. I don't even know what came onto me when I decided to make the decision to cut it. The day after, I immediately regretted what I did, so I got to work. I wanted my old hair back. What I did is what I usually do every time I want to manifest physical change. It all starts with the deep meditative state. You have to get all sleepy and imagine yourself in front of the mirror. Then you say to yourself something along the lines of, is this really me? I can't imagine how fast my blank changed. This is exactly what I did to get my hair to grow back super quickly to its original length. My sad scene was me admiring my long, healthy hair. In my case, I went one step further. I imagined myself getting dressed, my hair getting caught in the back of my jeans. I like that. It's a sensation. It's a sensational, you're adding a touch to the visualization. Tactile. It's always super beneficial if you're able to include as many senses as possible. Exactly. I've noticed it helps speed up the manifestation. Now, when the mind is saturated with the feeling, you want to keep the Sabbath. During that time, I focus all my inner conversations to reflect the wish fulfilled. Imagine people noticing the physical change you initially desired. Make sure you always carry out the conversation from the state of the wish fulfilled. So here it is once again. Have a desire, create a scene. Practice sats with the scene implying your wish fulfilled. 3, keep the Sabbath and implement this inner conversation technique. So to reiterate again, the steps are 1, have a desire, create a scene. 2, practice sats with the scene implying your wish fulfilled. And 3, keep the Sabbath and implement the inner conversations technique. This method has been working for me for over 2 years. It's the only thing I do to manifest physical changes. It's the reason people keep asking me if I had a nose job and how I'm always in such good shape when I always eat for 2. So somebody's asking about the Sabbath. The Sabbath simply means to not waver once you've done the technique. You don't go on mentally conversating to yourself saying, oh, well, is it done? And how do I know? And going back to thinking those thoughts. Time and time again, we discuss that the mental diet is crucial because you can use this technique, you can use a method, but if all your conversation that you're playing in day out is, oh, well, I wish my hair was longer, or I wish my blah, 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 I wish I was taller, I'm so short, then you're not keeping the Sabbath. You're not practicing that new mental diet of the new person, the new version of yourself that you are closing the gap to. So somebody else asked, when you started doing this, how did you deal with feeling delusional? Like you'd look in the mirror and when you weren't in your desired look yet, what do you say to yourself? So the poster says, it's a process. You will eventually get over it. Focus on what you're grateful for, on your previous successful manifestations. Neville says it best, shut the door to your senses, go within. So somebody else commented, oh my God, I love this. Congratulations on being hot. Physical stuff has been one of the easier manifestations for me. I literally have six-pack abs because of it. LOL, but I love all the other things you said. Any tips on step-by-step how to manifest wealth and better friends? I guess they had a previous post that they're referring them to. So another person has questions, and I'm going over these questions because these more than likely some of these questions have upvotes, and so they may be common questions that you guys may have as well. So cool. So the three questions are, how long does it usually take for you to manifest it? Do you do your sats before you go to sleep or during the day? How do you get into that meditative state? Miss Quantum, the original poster, says it usually takes me about a week of sats to reach the state of knowing. To show up in the 3D depends. I don't really focus on the amount of time it takes, but I start to see results with all of my manifestations within days. I do sats at night, sometimes in the afternoon as well. To get the meditative state, I just relax. Sometimes I'll do a quick guided meditation. So they said it took them 3 weeks to change their height. So somebody says, so yeah, there's a little bit of discussion going on here. I wouldn't worry too much about the time frame. I would first of all not worry at all, but I would simply focus on the steps that are outlined here. Have a desire, create a scene, practice sats, keep the Sabbath, implement the inner conversations, implement the technique that you are imagining your friend telling you, oh my gosh, I can't believe, or it could be something, it doesn't have to be that they can't believe it. That was the example that they said. The poster said, is this really me? I can't imagine how fast my height increased. I can't imagine how fast my hair grew. Is it really me? And that can tap into that feeling of belief because, yeah, you would surprise yourself. But if you're talking to somebody else, the inner conversation technique could be something as simple as your mom or some relative of yours commenting on how you are the same height as another relative that you want to be that height. Being like, oh yeah, you guys are the same height. Oh, that's fine. Like you can trade, you can borrow each other's clothes because you guys are the same size, right? So it's thinking about what would be true if this was true? What kind of conversations would you then have? Your parent or your aunt in this case would not ever be saying something to you that's like along the lines of, oh, well, you're only 5'4", so therefore you would not be able to wear the same size pants as your older sister who is 5'8". Hypothetical example, but these are the types of examples that I've seen. The one that was posted before, as I said, and I can leave a link to that video on the end screen here, they did a similar thing. It is an inner conversation technique where you imagine somebody that having this conversation with you, telling you, wow, you're so tall. It's so amazing how slim you look. I can't believe that you are in such good shape. I can't believe you have visible ab definition. I can't believe your hair is so long and luxurious. I'm so jealous of your luscious locks. I'm so jealous of your hair. And like I said, while I haven't personally utilized or, I just haven't done this like a height increase, for example, I have not personally done that. And that is why I wanted to refer you guys to somebody that has actually had success with that personally. But I have done more general things, such as imagining how I'm getting complimented for how attractive I am. And I have seen the results of that. I've used this technique for that purpose. And then I have generated those results from being complimented on how attractive I am, being complimented on being called, insert whatever sort of compliment that you want, you can get those results. If you want to be complimented on how tall you are, on how skinny you are, on how long your hair is, or how shapely and nice your nose looks, any of these things, try this technique out. I would love to hear more comments. Anybody else who's had success with any of these types, with this technique or with these physical appearance changes, drop me a comment below. If you guys are really wanting to see this, I would love to actually maybe get in touch with somebody. Maybe we can do a conversation or something of that nature and really go in and dive in and dissect these types of techniques and go into how we can actually use these. And for the people that are wanting to get success with this, it would be, your best bet would be to utilize these techniques that people have already used that have had success. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. As I said, drop me a like, drop me a comment as usual. Hit me with subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys very soon.